Krishna Garu, past president of Rotary Club of Barampur, and the dignitaries of Ganjam Chamber of Commerce, office bearers, executive committee members, ambassadors, members, visiting friends, and well-wishers. A warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Ganjam Chamber of Commerce, I welcome you to this special training program on Jivika. The program is so reset your business in new normal. भाईମାନେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ପ୍ରାୟ 5 ମାସ ହେଲା କୋରୋନା ସହିତ ଲଢି ଲଢିକି ଆସୁଛୁ ବହୁତ ସଟଡାଉନ କରିଲେଲୁ ଲକଡାଉନ ହେଇଗଲା ସଟଡାଉନ ହେଇଗଲା ମାର୍ଚ୍ଚ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଯୋଉ ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ଥିଲା ଆଜିର ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ଅଲଗା ହେଇଗଲା ସମସ୍ତ ବିଜନେସ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ବିଗ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲା ହେଲେ ବହୁତ ଗୁଡେ ବ୍ୟବସାୟ ପିଲାମାନେ ସାଙ୍ଗମାନେ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରଲେ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଏଇ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିରେ जो सिनेरी चेंज होगला हमको एमती को ट्रेनर दरकार हमको भल कि बुझे पारे जो हिसाब से हम शांति आगे जापरू से को हमको भल ट्रेनर दिंतु मो पचार अपन प्रॉब्लम कौन मैंने बुझेले छोटे एग्जांपल कहूँ मो गोटे सुना व्यवसायी आम सुना अलंकार व्यवसायी कोरोना पूर्व कस्टमर आसुले आज्ञा मत गोटे 100 ग्राम अलंकार मोर झील बागर दे दिंतु पचारिकी गणिकी पलाऊला आज स्टाइल ऑफ दी आस्किंग कस्टमर चेंज हो गला आज्ञा मते गुटे 4 लाख रो सोना अलंकार मो जो पे देगिर पलंतु बोले कहले द वर्जन ऑफ द कस्टमर चेंज्ड बिफोर कोरोना आफ्टर कोरोना सिमिलरली व्हेन आई डिस्कस्ड विथ माय गुड फ्रेंड कोटनी रवि कुमार ऑफ श्री दुर्गा क्लास से एक्सपीरियंस कहतिला कोरोना करे लोक मन आस्तले आज्ञा मो झील पे गोटे भल शाढ़ी गोटे दिंतु बोली पचारिकी धरिकी पलाऊले एबे आसुचंती पचारुचंती आज्ञा मो झील बागर गोटे 10,000 भीतर शाढ़ी गोटे दिंतु पचारुचंती सो कस्टमर अप्रोच चेंज हो गला बिकॉज एवरीथिंग ट्यून्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर बजट सो सिमिलरली बहुत गुड चैलेंजेस अछि विभिन्न दुकान रे विभिन्न व्यवसाय रे विभिन्न प्रकार कस्टमर स्ट्रेटजी चेंज हैला सो हमें माइंडसेट से अनुसार रखा पड़ो कस्टमर कौन चाहूँगी केमती चाहूँगी साटिस्फाई करा पड़ो ये प्रैक्टिकल जिन बुझापी आम साथ गोटे भाई अच्छा रिटायर्ड आउटस्टैंडिंग मुरली कृष्ण बाबू गोटे MBA ग्रेजुएट वेरी एक्सपीरियंस वेरी टैलेंटेड बढ़िया आप भल कि बुझे भाईटा से भाई को इंट्रोड्यूस करने मो अनुरोध करुच्ची अंडर सेक्रेटरी वी संतोष शाह प्लीज आज स्पीकर मुरली बाबू को टिके हाउस को इंट्रोड्यूस करया पे मो आपन रिक्वेस्ट करछि ओवर टू वी संतोष
good evening to all and all the past presidents like V.V. Ramanarsinga Rao and Ravi Anna and all the members from different chambers our members of the Chamber of Commerce welcome. Good evening to all. I have got a privilege of introducing my bhanja and I always very adore with such a talented member of this house. We have got a such a wonderful talent. He is a young and experienced entrepreneur with an MBA graduate in marketing and a degree in law, added with an international experience of being a member of the Rotary International and visited USA. That is added to his experience as a marketing, and he has visionary as he has toured and stayed in their homes. So that's an example experience, and over 29 years of business experience in information technology, education and home and personal loan lending, food and hospitality, FMCG distribution of telecom products and services, and marketing of real estate products. Areas ranging from business administration to marketing and market research of real estate, financial products, services to recruiting, training, leading country. A partner of Spectrum Reality and Leisure, in Berhampur, looking after the marketing, customer and public relation for residential, and past assistant governor of Rotary International, District 3262, a member of the Rotary Club of Berhampur, having certified as a faculty of training by Rotary, and a member of the local governing body management committee of DAV Public School. And he is also a very good entrepreneur who grew business planning, effective sales techniques, and innovative marketing, expert knowledge and skills in all facets of business operations. Possesses and presentation abilities, can effectively market tangible and intangible products and services, skilled in persuasion to present negotiation with excellent consumer relation skills. He is also interested in environment, education, community services, sports, and media. And hobbies are obviously learning, observing people and animals. And happily married to Susri and two handsome sons. And my KVN, young Bhanja, R. Murli Krishna, before you. Over to President.
Thank you, Honorary Secretary Babu, Santosh Babu. Before handovering the floor to the studio speaker, I would like to request Vice President Training, P. Satyanarayana Babu, to announce the incoming programs in this month to all our participants. Over to PSN Babu.
Good evening, friends, Mr. President, and invited guests and friends. आपण मान जानती जे गत 21 तारिख रु आमर चेष्टा चली आमर समस्त भाई बंधु मान को किसी एजुकेट करवा निजकू आमे समस्ते प्रस्तुत करवा आसंता दिन में आमको क्यों भाव में निजकू प्रतिष्ठा निजकू दृढ़ करी किमी चलवा से प्रोग्राम रे आमे वर्तमान आपण पाखु आसछु आपण माने दुई दिन मन रखंतु गुरुवार एंड शुक्रवार आसंता गुरुवार 13 तारिख रे श्री मनोज साहू जे की इज ए कंसल्टेंट से तांकर 25 वर्ष गत 25 वर्ष तांकर अनुभव अछि इज मैन फ्रॉम बरहमपुर और तांकर निजर इच्छा जे बरहमपुर रे गोटे प्रतिष्ठा हबो आ गोटे सुंदर भाव रे गोटे इंडस्ट्रियल बेल्ट हबो तांकर मन धन तन मन सब गोटे इच्छा जे गंजाम रे बरहमपुर खास करी किमिति गोटे अपॉर्चुनिटीज हबो कोन कोन हेई परिबो से विषय रे आमको से गुरुवार दिन संध्या 7 पाइबे तो गुरुवार संध्या 7 रे आम सहित पुणी देखा हबो यहाल हमर प्रथम प्रोग्राम शुक्रवार दिन 14 तारिख रे संध्या 5टा हमर सबले साधारणतः हमें 7टा रे मिसु किंतु आपण मानु कहया जाउची गुड न्यूज जे हमें संध्या 5टा रे हम माने समस्ते आम सहित हमर जो स्टाफ अछि हमर आपण मान दुकान रे जो स्टाफ अछि मैनेजमेंट स्टाफ कोंतु असिस्टेंट कोंतु जेते प्रकार सो अछि ना माने बेसिकली स्टाफ ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम आमे गत 5 मास हला आम स्टाफ सहित सेमान सहित चली आसु दुख कष्ट सेमान को आमे सब प्रकार सुविधा करी आसुछु ए भितरे जने जने आम समस्ते गोटे कोरोना योद्धा हिसाब रे आम माने परिचित होगा जाउछु तो आम मानकर भूमिका कोन हमर स्टाफ रो भूमिका कोन सेमान को आमे मोटिवेट करिया अपेक्षा हमर जो मोटिवेशनल जो स्पीकर अछंती डॉक्टर एचपी दास फ्रॉम भुवनेश्वर गत 44 वर्ष धरी से तांकर ए लाइन रे अछंती से सब अनुष्ठान को बल सुंदर भाव रे बुझाई किमिति एम्प्लॉय एंड एम्प्लॉय माने आम सहित तो हमर स्टाफ हो हमर सहयोगी मान जेते अछंती बंधु मान समस्त मिलिमिशि काम करिया पे हम आसुछु शुक्रवार संध्या 5टा रु हबो तो आपण ए दुईटा जिंस नोट करंतु गुरुवार एंड शुक्रवार ओवर टू प्रेसिडेंट थैंक यू
वाइस प्रेसिडेंट पीएसएन सेनापति बाबू को समस्त व्यवसाय भाई अब गंजाम डिस्ट्रिक्ट तरफ बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जनाऊँगी आप बहुत परिश्रम नौकरी आम भाई मान को ट्रेनिंग देवाई बहुत परिश्रम कर जीविका उपरे धन्यवाद आम नहीं आम दुकान स्टाफ मान ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम डिजाइन कर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Thank you. Now over to today's speaker R Murali Krishna Babu. Murali Babu, आपण सहित 107 पार्टिसिपेंट भाई मान को आपण हाथ रे रखिली हम भाई मान के भले कि बुझंतु जेमति व्यवसाय करिवे जेमति बंचिवे सेमति जीवन रे आगु को जीवे जेमति आपण पर हसिवे सेति कि आपण पर हसला पर करंतु समण बुझन सर ओवर टू मुरली बाबू
Balakrishna, is my audio clear?
Yeah.
And is
Absolutely.
Is the screen on the
100%,
screen?
100% fine.
Is
You
the
may
screen
continue.
also okay?
Yeah.
Okay, 100%.
And
Okay.
clear.
Firstly, thank you and namaskar to all the friends and seniors of Ganjam Chamber of Commerce, and thanks a lot to President of Ganjam Chamber, Ipari Sivaprasad Rao, beloved Bablu Garu, Vice President PSN Senapati Garu, and also training in charge, my Secretary of Ganjam Chamber, Santosh Kumar, and all the friends across Berhampur. Thank you once again, Bablu, for giving me an opportunity to talk to our own people. No need was that for that lengthy introduction by Santosh Kumar, because I am just one among you. We are proud to be from Berhampur. We have been doing business in Berhampur, and we're all facing the pandemic of COVID-19 in Berhampur. And I think in the next few minutes, I should make a sincere effort to present my view on how to reset our businesses, whether they are small, medium, or large, so that during the pandemic and also at the end of the pandemic, we come back to our original normal. That is the entire objective. So thanks once again, Ganjam Chamber, to put me on a Sunday evening on this important assignment. I love to talk to my own people. Just thinking back, a few days back, I was very lucky enough to listen to some of the speakers of this excellent initiative that Ganjam Chamber has taken under the leadership of President Bablu, of engaging its members, enriching them, informing them about different aspects. Mr. Vaman Kumar was an excellent speaker. He talked about evolve or dissolve, excellent information. Then I was also fortunate to listen to one of my good friend, CVK Sudhakar, who talked about finance plan, to the point, in depth, ground reality, appreciated. And maybe because of some other assignments, I couldn't listen to the talks of other speakers. So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm going to present a different perspective of how to restart our businesses. Everyone is worried because of this pandemic, like what to do during the pandemic, how to restart the business after the pandemic. So please cooperate. If I make any mistake during the presentation because of technical or anything, support me. And if you can see on the screen, like what Bablu told, I am not a trainer to all of you because we are all equal. I am one among you. We are all business leaders. So I put a tag under my name, under the photo, as discussion leader. Here, I am not a trainer, nor you people are trainers. We are all equal. We are all leaders. So I am a discussion leader. During the next few minutes, I'll initiate a discussion which will carry down, think over, and get into the business. So that my tagline for this will be, R. Murali Krishna is a discussion leader, not a trainer, because there is no trainee here. So let us get started with the presentation. I think it's audible and clear. Balakrishna, it's audible and clear?
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Continue.
So let us have some slides which will just put us on the track to a good presentation in the next few minutes. I think all of you can see this question that I put up on the screen with a image of a globe. What is the question that is giving sleepless nights to the entire humanity since January of this year, 2020? Whether it's President of America, whether it's the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi, or a schoolboy, a housewife, a businessman, a teacher, everyone is perplexed by this question and is searching for the answer. That's the reason on a Sunday evening, we are all here, not going out. So this is the question which has driven the entire world for the last seven and a half months. And there can be so many answers to this. I think the enlisted answers, what I put is, see, this is the basic question in bold. Every minute we are not sleeping. These are the questions which are troubling us. When will this coronavirus pandemic end? Bhaiya, lockdown kab khatam hoga? When will we get the vaccine for the medicine? this is assuming the maximum time of our brain and thinking. I think all of us agree, like Siva Prasad Garu, PSN and Balkrishna, whom I could see on the screen. Aren't these questions troubling us, sir?
Yes.
So even though for the last 4.5 months, we have been trying to get into business, following government guidelines, but basically these are the questions which are troubling us. And let me tell you, the psychologists say, any habit that a human being practices for 79 days, it becomes a permanent habit. Note it down. Any habit that a human being practices for 79 days, it becomes a permanent habit, and we all have crossed that 125 to 135 days mark. So the lockdown has changed knowingly, unknowingly, whatever we think. There are so many questions that come up. What will the pace of change? Will it increase or decrease once the pandemic ends? Will the complexities increase or decrease? Because history says any big crisis lasting for a longer duration brings a major change in the approach of how people behave. And it's historically proven that in the past pandemics, epidemics, Spanish flu or plague brought about striking changes in the realm of business, human behavior. Resulting from the current scenario, we have also changed ourselves. Maybe we have not measured. We have changed ourselves. The lifestyles have changed. The way people behaved have changed. And knowingly, unknowingly, we are all into a new normal that was different from March 15th. If we plot ourselves before March 15th and August 9th, there is a lot of change that has happened knowingly, unknowingly. Let us put them on paper here. Just to make it very clear, I put a short story. I think, Balkrishna, is the screen visible now?
Yeah.
Okay. What I can put is that maybe you can see on the screen, this was on WhatsApp, this was on news channels, on Twitter, the last fortnight. The image what you can see is called is a Choluteca Bridge. It's a Choluteca Bridge in the country of Honduras in Central America. What you can see there is a river flowing on the right side and there is a bridge on the left side. Is it clear, PSN sir? Can you see the image,
Yes,
sir?
absolutely.
There is a river on the right side, there is a bridge on the left side. The story behind this is that what exactly fits into the present scenario of business or our lifestyle. The story goes like this. Honduras is a country in Central America and it's prone to a lot of storms and hurricanes. They used to get storms, hurricanes, it used to be flooded. So this is the river. The name of the river is called Choluteca Bridge on the river Choluteca. In 1996, the government of Honduras decided to construct a very good bridge on the river so that people from both sides of the mainland can cross the bridge and go to the other side. Because Honduras used to get frequent storms and hurricanes, they wanted an international company to build a strong bridge because it was an important place. So in 1996, a Japanese company came and constructed this bridge. This was an excellent bridge that was constructed, which connected the left side and the right side of the Honduras on the river Choluteca. But as Honduras was prone to heavy hurricanes and storms, unfortunately, in the October month of the year 1998, there was again a huge hurricane, storm and flooding. And unfortunately, what happened was that the entire area was flooded. The road leading to the bridge, the road after the bridge, everything got submerged. There was flood water all around the place. And what happened is something very unique. Because of the heavy flooding and the heavy water, the river changed its course. Remember, the river changed its course. Post the floods, the river, instead of flowing down the bridge, it started flowing to the right of the bridge. That's what the image is. The river didn't continue to flow under the bridge. It went on the right side of the bridge and the bridge was not on the river. Understand the situation? Such a great bridge was built. So many bridges across Honduras fell down. This bridge didn't fall, but the river changed its course and started from the right side of the bridge. And the bridge became bridge on no river. The bridge was not connecting any river, no road, everything was submerged. So friends, the truth and the moral what we get out of is that the present pandemic is also exactly like this. Before the pandemic, in the month of February and March, we as businessmen and traders and retailers plan a lot for our business, isn't it? A student plans for his exams and career, businessmen plan for their cash flow, fund flow, growth. Companies have projections. So what happens? You have a question paper, you try to prepare the best answer, isn't it? You have a question paper, you try to prepare the best answer. But what happens? Nature changes the entire question paper. That is what the situation is. Because of the pandemic, the entire question paper got changed. So there is no good answer, bad answer. The river or the Choluteka bridge signifies that there are so many situations which are unexpected, which we can't plan at all. The bridge leads to nowhere. The river is flowing on its own. Exactly the same way, we are in the same situation where we don't know where we are led to, where the pandemic will end. So this is an excellent example or a metaphor, constantly changing the dynamics of market and business. And this is what happens. One has to have a strategy to adapt oneself so that for any toughest situation, whether expected or unexpected, we should be like adapting to the new situation to be successful. This is in short about the Choluteca Bridge on Honduras. So what it says, change is inevitable. Evolution, however, is optional. But what Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, has said, what is dangerous is not understanding that there is a change and we need to evolve. So friends, we are all living through a global pandemic. There are so many things which are not in our control. There are so many things which are in our control. So on the left side, on the blue box it is, there is a lot that cannot be controlled by us. What is that we can't control? The present COVID-19 virus. It's not in our control. The news and the news channels which trouble us whenever you see with the numbers of increasing positives, negative news. The closing of the schools is not in our control because students are not supposed to go, schools are closed. The reaction of the government, we can't control. Government has to have an enforcement so that people stay in home to minimize the positive cases. What else we can't control? We can't control the world, the moon, and there's so many things which are not in our control. But friends, there are three important things which as a human being, which are in our control. What are those things? Our mood, our reactions to things that are happening around us, our decisions. And as businessmen, as logically thinking human beings, if we can control the three things, our mood, our reactions to the actions that happen around us, and our decisions, I am sure each and every one of us can come out successful of this pandemic and again go back to the new normal. So what is certain? Change. We are going through a pandemic, but yes, there is a change ahead of us. We can't go back to the prior to February, March times when we say we used to roam freely, socialize, meetings, dinners, receptions, hotel stays, holidays, flights. So we have to be ready for the change. The change is ahead of us, in front of us. So let us put on paper what are the things that actually this pandemic has changed. See, the markets are down, the economy is down. People have been spending through their savings. People have exactly exhausted all their savings. They don't have money to even feed themselves, buy the essentials. People are buying only what is required to live, nothing for luxury. No air travels, no extravagant functions, celebrations, banquets. Life has changed. Now, people are acting differently. So what has happened? In February, I don't think except the doctors, anyone would have actually worn a mask to an office, to a market. But see, beautiful faces, handsome men are covering the faces when the air outside is so pure. People are forced to stay at home to block the chain or to break the chain. This is what has happened to the lifestyles of all of us. Entire countries on lockdown on some days, shut down on Saturdays, Sundays. This is what is a new normal. So I put a list of things, the way pandemic has affected us. I don't think I need to read all in detail, like we understand how it is affected, but I'll just read 2 to 3 points which have been highlighted. Many businesses have a threatening for existence. So many businesses that we'll discuss through this are almost gone. I don't know when they'll get revived. Recession is guaranteed. There is no guarantee when the recovery will happen. Remote, home working, digital economy, gig economy are the new terms that we're listening to. People are in isolation. People are in quarantine. People are passing through different mental health that has changed the way we are thinking. So friends, this picture depicts the amount of turbulence, the impact that COVID has created on all our projections, estimated sales, estimated revenues, projections, growth, everything has been crushed by the juggernaut of Corona. So, what is the new reality? The new reality is that we should start accepting that we are into a new normal. We are fortunately, unfortunately, are part of a system which is experiencing these things for the first time. If anyone for any reason is still thinking that life will come down to its February, March phase, and let me tell you, it's a fool's paradise. We all need to understand that the risk is real and the virus is still there. So that brings back to the new normal life. Friends, what you can see on the screen, everything gets changed. The screen behind are beautiful people, but the faces are covered by the mask. That is the new normal. You can't socialize. You can't go out and shake hands with your friends. You can't go out to a shop and talk with them, mingle physically. So the new normal is here to stay. So what does it say? Friends, as we are already into the 120, 130 days of shutdown in India, you can see from the picture, 4 of the people depicted there are normal people, not infected by coronavirus, but 1 person is already infected. So it means Corona is here to stay with us. If someone is saying that overnight when you get up next day morning, there won't be any coronavirus, no, that's not going to be the truth. Corona is here to stay along with us. I know most of our friends have been infected by Corona, have been very successful in coming out, are very healthy, looking at their business, and we are accepting it. So we should accept that living with Corona is the new normal. There is no stigma if someone is Corona positive, because maybe, who knows, few weeks down the line, few months down the line, many of the people here may get infected, but I'm sure they'll get cured. So the new normal is living with Corona, with our life. We need to adjust our lifestyle with Corona. So what is the business strategy for this? Friends, we all remember the story Hare and the Tortoise. The hare was the first one to start up the block, but it slept before the finish line, and the tortoise was walking very slowly and overtook and won the race. So at this moment, let me tell, the tortoise was right. Sometimes you have to go slow to go fast. Life has come to a standstill. You have to go slow to go fast. That is the strategy for this moment. And as human beings, we are always happy to look beyond. As businessmen, we look at 10 years down the lane, 20 years down the lane, 5 years down the lane. But now is the time to plan in 3 different phases. What is going to happen in the next 3 months? What is going to happen in the next 9 months? Or what is going to happen in the next 12 months? If we are able to identify and reset our business, there's nothing like that. So friends, in the backdrop of a new normal that has changed us, how can we adapt our business to the new normal during and after the COVID-19 virus? 2 things. Because all of us present here are business leaders, have been very successful, have been leading their teams, profitable businesses, goodwill of more than 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, all are part of the pandemic, all are suffering. There are 2 things which can take us into the future. First is learning. Let us make our minds open. Try to understand what is happening around us. Try to get the information, creativity, innovation, understanding the situation and planning for the future, leading your teams, leading your stakeholders, leading your retailers, leading your customers, your staff. These are the 2 things we as business leaders have to understand. Learn from the pandemic, get as much information, put your innovation, creativity, business intelligence, and lead your teams is the mantra for the next few months to be successful in business. So what I put is that, put some 4 strategies and tactics to help small businesses thrive from challenging times. There are 4 different heads. We'll address each and every head to understand how to reset the business. First and foremost is observe your industry. What I mean observe industry is that, as we all have experienced, there are a lot of changes that have affected so many industries. Some have been benefited, some have been dumped. Some have got a positive response, some have not taken off. So there are big changes ahead. So what do you mean when we say that observe our industry? Let us come to this. Let us take the example of the most affected, one of the affected industries, like the airlines industry. Dikshit, I am audible?
Yes.
Okay. So let us take the example of an airline industry to start with. There are so many companies which have airlines, and they are all considered what is called as a airline industry. But what has happened from January 1st? The entire industry has been under government regulation. Countries are not allowing flights to fly. So whether under the airline industry, whether there is an American Airlines, Lufthansa, or KLM, or Air India, or Thai Airways, doesn't make any difference. The situation is affecting every company under the industry. So we as a businessman, what we are supposed to know, understand what industry towards what we belong. It's not that my company is doing good, his company is not doing good. Boss, no. We people are in 2 different industries. My industry is growing, maybe his industry is not growing. So what is important is understand what is the direction your industry is taking. Consider the level of demand for the current products and services in the industry you are dealing with. Look at hotel and hospitality industry. Because people are not traveling, these industries have gone into recession for the last 6 months. So whether that is a Taj Group or Park Hotels Group or Mayfair Hotels Group, doesn't make much difference. Hotel industry will need time to go up. That's the reality. So we as businessmen has to understand a bigger picture, not limiting ours to the trading, what we do. Understand the industry that you belong to, so that you can know what are the government restrictions that are going to come up on that. How is my company getting affected under the industry? Once you're sure that your industry is growing or not, come down to what your company is doing. So what we do, let us take specifically like what we have been talking about. Every business will start only when the customers come to the market. I think we all agree on one thing. Unless the customers venture into the market as a seller of gold, as a seller of hotel nights, as a seller of airline tickets, Dikshit as a seller of software development, or someone can't come up in business until buyers come into the market. So to understand, to reset our business, understanding consumer behavior is the first and the foremost thing. How people change during the times is very important, because sustainability of a business is determined by understanding the customers and their behaviors. So what I am presenting here is a very informative study which was done by a market survey company in the month of May and June. And I also put some inputs from PricewaterhouseCoopers and AC Nielsen. So this survey was conducted all across the country. This is real-time data that I am going to present. The survey was conducted on 3,075 people in all the zones of the country, east, west, north, and south. And they were asked some questions. This is a very extensive study. I have just put some 4 to 5 slides for understanding. And people were asked during the pandemic about some questions during the pandemic and also after the pandemic. So let us see. I think most of us will relate to the responses. So first few slides are about implications of COVID-19 to all of us, not as a buyer, not as a seller, but as a human being, as a male, as a female, as an East Indian, as South Indian. How did we react to COVID-19 in the months of May and June? Next study, let us see. Dikshit, can you read the screen on that? Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So there were so many questions that was asked. The first most important question is, the surveyor asked the people, 3,075 people across the country in 4 regions, please describe your state of mind in the backdrop of current situation. I'm telling this question is put to the people in the month of May. So if you can read, just understand, in the month of May, April and May, entire country was closed. No trains, no flights. There was lot of law and order enforcement. See, 21% of the people responded. The state of the mind was helplessness. People thought we are helpless. We don't know what to do. 19% told they were scared of the situation. 19% again, confusion. Don't know which way are going. People, 13% felt lonely. 10% was anxious. Friends, the entire 100% talks about the state of the mind, which people have been traumatized when we started in the month of April, May. I think myself, everyone here would have agreed. We couldn't understand what happened. Why should I be in the home? Why I'm not supposed to go out? So this was the response. What happened? Everyone was in home quarantine. 45 days, ghar mein raho, stay home, stay safe, come out. People will ask, police will ask, where are you going? The home quarantine has left the people feeling disconnected, inability to socialize, uncertain future, financial crisis are causing anxiety and psychological inadequacy as people are unable to lead an accustomed life. Sir, friends, this is what is the new normal. We were never, in my last 50 years, I was never told to stay home. We were always told to go out and play and go out and do business and mingle with friends. This was a trauma to people. What was the next question that people were asked during the survey? What are the changes you have experienced in and around yourself? See the responses. 75% of the respondents said the sky was clear. No pollution, no vehicles on the road, no trains, no buses, no cars. Clear sky, no pollution, no honking, 70% agreed. Clear environment, 69%. Negativity around, there was a fear, what happens to me, to my family, to my friends. High degree of self-realization. The speed at which the world was going, we were stopped. So people started thinking about themselves, thinking about their skills. I think you can remember, there are so many videos of Dalgona coffee. There were so many videos about people making pizza. There were so many videos about people washing their clothes. People started rediscovering themselves. People became more human, isn't it? People started helping each other. People in communities started talking to each other. And at the same time, what happened? Luxuries went off. People bought only what was essential, food to eat. People have been observant and appreciative nature on the path to recovery. Changes in the environment precedes higher mentions in changes experience. To have more materialistic things has been taken a back seat. What happens? People have been confined to their homes. So what they have been doing? See, this is the third thing about that. What are the top 3 activities that have forced us during the pandemic? Which are the top 3 activities that are taking most of your time? Friends, of all the respondents, 60% of the respondents said the first thing they have done is watching TV most of the time. We all agree, no doubt in that, forced to. 32% choose online chatting with friends, with families, video calls, virtual meetings, Zoom, Google Meet. 31% like our healthy Rotarian and senior past pen Senapati Garu, the yoga freak. 31% resorted to yoga. Kids went to online gaming, playing indoor games, no outdoor games. People came back to cooking. People started doing their work. So this is the new normal. So when people were asked, what do you think will happen when the lockdown ends? What do you see transitioning in the long run? Friends, see the responses. 53% of the people said we should have a good healthcare system. Whenever me or my family or my friends get into a health problem, we should have good hospitals. We never put a thought to that. People were fearing about loss of jobs, loss of employment. Concern for environment grew. More on healthy living. घर में काढ़ा बन रहा था. Immunity के लिए लोग honey के साथ ginger खा रहे थे. Okay, so these things we never did. Let me tell you, the honey, Dabur honey sales grew up by 70% in the month of April, May, June. Ayurvedic medicine was in demand everywhere. People were just buying. People started working from home, and you'll be surprised. The Google Incorporated in America has instructed all their people till June 30th, 2021, work from home. Till next year, June 30th, work from home is the order from Google company. So that is the new thing. Values have been shifted. People have been stigmatized. If they see some corona positive case somewhere, they'll say, this is the person where I'm not supposed to go. So people started discriminating own friends. There were so many cases when people died, they couldn't even go to the funeral. That is the impact it had on us. And let me tell you, friends, exactly what the Ganjam Chamber is doing. The Jeevan and Jivika have become so important. People in the first phase were all worried about these things. But now is the question, business have to start. People have to go back to their own self and earn money. The unexpected situation has put people in a complex position. People who have lost their lives, people who have lost their jobs, healthcare has become very important. And at the same time, earning money for their family has become very important. So friends, what are the fears people think they have when they end the lockdown? Which is your biggest fear that you think you'll have to deal with in post-lockdown situation? The top 3 ranks, people fear. 36% of the people fear that there won't be any jobs. People will be called for part-times. There will be financial burden. Most important impacted, children's education. See, the schools are closed, the colleges are closed, universities are closed. Students couldn't give the final exams. The entire education system has been disturbed. Uncertain future, will be difficult to manage health issues. These are the things people fear will continue even after the lockdown. So friends, now let us come down to what are the consumer behavior inputs that we have got from the survey during the lockdown. As a consumer, what has happened so that we can reset our business plan during and post pandemic. Very important slide. Stocking dynamics. When people were asked which are the major items that you're stocking at present, unlike your normal behavior, see, 81% people have stocked groceries. 81%, because you don't know when the shops will open, whether it's advisable to go to the shop. 60% have stocked medicines. I don't want to tell the names. The names of medicines were on the WhatsApp. People bought like anything. There was no paracetamol available in the market. There was no vitamin C available. There was no Zincovit available. Personal care items, 38% said that they are stocked. Dairy products, fruits, baby care, ready-to-eat meals, fish and meat. Friends, the graphic here shows which are the industries that have actually grown during this pandemic. I think there are so many friends among us who are on this meet. They belong to some of the industries. There was mad rush for some products. Maggi noodles were not available. Yippee was not available. There was so much shortage of some stocks. There was overflow of so many stocks. People were not buying. Due to worry about the scarcity of the supplies, people started panic buying. 80% of the people have stocked the grocery items followed by medicine and personal care. It gives a clear indication of the times to come. And most important, now people are scared to go to a shop and buy anything. And what people say? Would you say that online purchasing will increase, decrease, remain the same in the coming days? 57% of the respondents say online purchasing will increase from present level. And Amazon, Snapdeal, Flipkart have done business like anything at the cost of traders like us. People have bought washing machines. Let me tell you, the sale of dishwashers has increased 350 times in the last 3 months. Dishwashers. People never bought that. The trimmers. People used to go to a hair cutting salon and cut their hair. I have not cut my hair for the last 10 weeks. I'm scared of going there. But the trimmers, the sale of trimmers has gone up because people don't want to get in contact with anyone. Post lockdown, let me tell you, this buying behavior will continue. People will prefer to switch to online mode rather than visiting a nearest kirana. That is a drawback for all our retailers who will be doing business. So friends, how do we cope up with this changing consumer behavior, the new normal, and shape up our business, the business strategy? First and foremost thing, as a businessman, we are all educated, informed. We need to have a clear action plan. Action plan in 2 steps. First, what during the pandemic, let me say for the 2 months, 3 months, what after the pandemic, because the current pandemic situation came along with a lot of restrictions. Even we are in restriction on today itself. Besides coping with immediate crisis impacts, entrepreneurs like us need to plan to survive and to restart. So what we are supposed to do? I have done one important slide, what I name it as the Pancharatna action plan for all businesses. This is the Pancharatna action plan for businesses to get ready for new normal. What is the first point? First is adapt. Second is optimize. Third is reorient. Fourth is foster. Fifth is build. Adapt business processes by applying common sense. We have common sense, business sense. We know what to do, what not to do. So we need to restructure. The Choluteca bridge what I gave is adapting to something is unexpected. Next thing is optimize, cash management and identify efficiency gains. I remember our friend CVK Sudhakar gave a wonderful presentation that day on the finance plan, and he not elaborate because he was very specific on what to do. Third point, reorient your activities and your resources to ensure business continuity. So what is important when we open our shops and regularize, we need to look at the timings at which we are allowed to open our shops. How do we dispose our stocks? And remember, fourth point is foster relationships by improving communication. Friends, during this time, whatever bank balance you have is not important. What is important is not net worth, but relationship worth. How worthful your relationship is, how people think about you, how people make a courtesy call to you. Do you make a courtesy call to your team members, to your staff members, to your suppliers, to your retailers, to your bankers? This is the time to foster relationships by good communication. Fifth point is build. Build business models which can take shocks of this kind. Foster resilience. Resilience is adapting. Inclusiveness. Include in the stakeholders, your staff, your employees, your suppliers, your retailers, so that you can have a better understanding of the business. And at the same time, try to go digital. Going digital is the new norm for the future in this pandemic, because people won't be coming out physically to do. This is the Pancharatna action plan for businesses. I have given some important steps like what one can do. Think of our businesses getting opened in few days. What you need to have in place when the restrictions for a business will be lifted. So we are in a partial lift of a ban. We are opening from morning 5 o'clock to 4 o'clock, closing in the evening. So when we open, what should we do? Make sure to have the stock and supplies you need. One. Next, how do you let your customers know that you have opened your shop after 3 months, 4 months? So a communication, a telephone call or a message or a text need to go to your customers, to your retailers, that yes, we are opening a shop in our changed timings. Important. Find out whether your team members are healthy or not. Maybe some of your team members or their family members are already infected by the COVID virus. Maybe they're having some trouble. So contact them, get them on board to start the business. Next, when I think in the next few weeks, maybe we'll go for a full time, maybe in the next 2 months. So if you have 2 months away from a full-fledged business operation, what can you do? How does your cash flow affect you? Can you cut down on some operating expenses? Can you postpone some investments so that you can survive for the next few weeks? What problems do your customers have, and can you adapt them? Think of opening a business from 5 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and a retailer can't come and take stocks from you. Can we change the beat plan so that he'll receive the stocks before 12 o'clock so that he can close by 4 o'clock. Can you get your retailers or customers to pay you in advance? Friends, when the business starts, it will require a lot of cash to pump in so that you can turn the wheel of business. Can you have some customers or retailers who can pay advance orders with an advance payment so that you can further to your suppliers? At this moment, some restrictions are already lifted. Some requirements are imposed, at least temporarily. How can you deal with them? There are some questions. Restrictions may be lifted for selected population, groups. So what happens? Now the entire town of Berhampur is sealed. People of rural areas are not expected to come inside. People from Berhampur are not supposed to go out. So these restrictions have to be very well planned because our business, maybe it's in Berhampur, it's spread across Ganjam or in the next 5 to 7 districts. Most important, as businessmen, we are accustomed to travel. Maybe to buy the samples, to see the samples, talk with the suppliers. So most important thing for our people is traveling needed? Is traveling allowed? If I have to go out to make a purchase or to make a suppliers, do I need to get a valid pass? This is very important thing. How can we reach the customers? Saturday and Sunday, everything is shut down. But BMC has issued an order, the list of shops who can actually deliver at the doorstep the groceries. So can a retailer avail that opportunity that I have people who can deliver at home? So what if the restrictions continue? So what happens when slowly the business opens? There will be mad rush to buy goods from the suppliers. Given that you are not the only business to restart activities, can your suppliers meet your demand? There will be demand for huge products at the same time. So you need to plan from now on, 2 weeks down the line, 3 weeks down the line, 5 weeks down the line, and start talking to your suppliers. Are there any additional requirements for quarantine? Think of people who are coming, say gold. Suppose think of people who come to Berhampur to show the designs to all the sellers here. If they come down to Berhampur, what if they're supposed to put into quarantine? So they may not be able to come because they come from outside. They have to stay in custody for 14 days in a home, in a hotel. Can you identify additional suppliers nearby, going by what is called vocal for local? This is the time to rethink all these points. Lifting of restrictions comes with so many conditions, isn't it? Now the collector has given a Pancha Sutra for all of us. Double barricading before the shops, social distancing circles in front of the shop, temperature check, hand washing, sanitation, noting down the contact numbers of all the people who have come. So what are the conditions government has put for us? We need to understand. And what is the impact of all these on our business? Are we supposed to go with 100% manpower or 30% or 50%? Who are the people who can come full-time? Who are the people who can come part-time? What is the procurement procedures? Do the conditions affect your procurement and delivery? Think you are supposed to receive materials, but when the materials come, your shop and your godown is closed. So you need to think on that. Next, how you can be creative in these conditions. In the backdrop of all these restrictions, as businessmen, we all have been successful businessmen here. We need to be creative, innovative. Can we change to something called the reservation system? Can we have a place like so many of friends are there who are into ready-made apparels, footwear, gold shops? I think now there is a need for a waiting area. You can't have crowded people coming into shops. There has to be a secluded area where people can sit, customers can sit, and only when the counter is free for service, these people can come out. So how do I modify my business structure, the profile? Ready-made garments. People used to go and select the clothes. No, it may not be, people may not like it. What will happen to servicing the customers offside? I think in automobile industry, maybe in diamonds, jewelry, high-end, the time has come when the service has to be given to the customer at doorstep. That is the new normal that is going to happen. What will happen to the demand of the customers? And with that, friends, whether we are a retailer or a distributor or a manufacturer, there is a lot of responsibility that has been put on us by the administration. What measures do we need to take to ensure that our facilities and employers meet the requirement. What are the rules? We need to check temperature of every customer that walks in. That is a liability. There's a responsibility on all of us. To what extent are we responsible for the behavior of the customers? Most important, the last point of the slide, I seek your attention. Consider consequences of a measure. If you consider compulsory wearing of mask, temperature checks, or the collection of contact details, what if the customers don't comply? If the customers don't comply, they don't obey the social distancing norms, we are going to be penalized by the administration. The government standard operating procedures puts responsibility on the seller, very less on the buyer, because the buyer is not traceable. The seller is someone who is penalized. There are so many shops who have been penalized in the last few months because the sellers who are not able to understand the responsibility. So friends, almost we have come to the conclusion of the presentation. Yes, we are going through a crisis, but we are the people who have been doing business successful. We know how to cope up with any challenge that comes. And even if the course of the river changes, even if the bridge leads to nowhere, we are capable of constructing a new bridge in this crisis. And let me quote what President John F. Kennedy had said: great crises produce great men and great deeds of courage. And we are all people of courage and determination. We can definitely come out successful. And what Albert Einstein has said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And I am sure all of us will put a pen and a paper, start our Pancharatna action plan, and be successful during the pandemic and after that, because the situation first is to survive. I am sure, like the small chick here, we can break the shell, come out. First mantra to survive for the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. But after that, let me tell you, friends, don't halt yourself at only surviving. We should thrive and we should see that the business flourishes. That is what I think everyone who is listening to me, everyone in Berhampur will be again coming back to the new normal with successful business plans. Take care of yourself and your families. Thank you very much. If you have any queries or anything, you can just mail me at rmurli.hello@gmail.com. Thank you very much, Ganjam Chamber of Commerce President Shiv Prasad, for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Murli Babu. Excellent presentation. Very nice. Very good examples. And you're very, very, very understandable by every participant with a live examples. Really, very thrilled to hear your presentation. Really heart-touching. Thanks a lot. And I want a clarification. Can we allow the participant for question session? So you can answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Privilege,
sir.
sir. Privilege,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Great of you. Now, I request the host of the day, Balakrishna Dikshit, please allow one by one those who will raise their hand.
Yes, sir.
Please, one by one, Balakrishna, please.
I think Babu sir finished on time. I didn't take more time.
No, yeah. No, right, ekdam perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions?
First one is Anil Kumar. Unmute yourself, Anil Kumar, Mr. Anil Kumar.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening. This is Anil. I'm Murli Garu.
Good
Hope
evening,
you are
Anil.
safe
Good
and
evening.
healthy. Yeah, I have one suggestion and one question to you. Looking at the future business, you missed on the digital part. So whenever you train anybody,
Which part?
digital part.
No, I addressed the digital part during the survey also.
No, the survey was there, but I think you should stress out more on the digital part because future of the business lies mostly on digital.
The Pancharatna point, the fifth point was digital part. I think, Dikshit, remember the fifth point was on the digital part only.
No,
Yes,
I
sir.
want you can stress it out more on that. Anyway,
Sure.
it was a suggestion from my side.
Okay.
And regarding the recession, you put it in one of your slides.
Yes.
Looking at the current market, if you have noticed, India has done all-time highest of exports.
Yes.
So I don't understand how recession will happen. Matlab, as per you have mentioned in one of the slides. I just wanted to have a small thought on that.
See, what you are
Because
talking about
metals are
is,
increasing, gold is gloomy, all metals are increasing, all FMCGs are doing wonderful business.
but what
Except
about the
for few
GDP?
sectors where
Are you sure about what was the GDP at the end of 31st March?
no, I'm talking about the current situation, sir.
Exactly, 31st
Not the
March and
31st.
also April, May, June also, even the first quarter, April, May, June. If you're aware about that, that's what I'm telling. That's what I'm telling. Some of
Yeah.
the industries, because of the restrictions of the pandemic, have grown up like anything. I know my friends who are working in, say, Britannia or Dabur and people who are in Nestle. They are not able to supply. Business has grown 400 times, 500 times. But if you look at the entire ecosystem, you can look at the entire ecosystem until the consumer comes out. See, you may be a seller of an X product, but you are a buyer of so many products. I am sure for the last 4 months, you as a buyer, you as a consumer, have really changed where you have put your money compared to what you have done in the previous months, January and beyond. Isn't it? We have been focusing only on the essentials part. So when you talk about a consumer behavior, when you talk about restarting the business, you are looking at a new normal which is totally unstable. There are no clear directions. Even now, what will happen to the education sector? I am part of an education sector. The schools are closed. The classes are going on. What will happen to the teachers? What will happen to the booksellers? What will happen to the people who are working in the education sectors? Isn't it? So when we look at the entire ecosystem, what I'm telling is recession is not compulsory, and I'm not telling we're in recession, but this is a new normal, and we need to understand, adjust to the new normal. I think, Anil, I'm clear.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Murli garu. Thank you so much. And it was a nice show. Thanks.
Next is Mr. Suresh Jamula. Suresh Jamula, sir. Hello.
Yes, Suresh Garu, good evening.
Unmute చేయి.
Thank you, Murali Garu.
Yes, Suresh Garu.
You are not less than a trainer. First, I want to highlight that thing. You are like a trainer of JC's, what we had from the Kerala, Vaman Kumar. You are equally that. And rather, you are one among that. So I'm very happy. In the very first slide, you have given an example of the bridge. So during the hurricane, the river course has changed. But the bridge is there and the river course has changed its direction. As per the picture, it comes into the right side. And it is a completely, you have given the present situation, giving that example of the bridge. My question is, shall we extend that bridge to the river which has directed into the right side? What is the situation now? We need to extend the bridge, or what next we have to do?
Sir, I am always an optimist, Suresh Garu. Thing is that there are so many things we can anticipate. There are so many things which we cannot anticipate. The construction of the bridge was not a wrong thought when they did that in 1998. But thing is that even after 22 years, it's a great lesson. An optimist like me will do two things. Even though the river has changed its course, I'll do two things. First and foremost, I'll make a bridge on the current position of the river. And at the same time, I'll also put so many boats that in case of emergency, people don't get stuck up, but they'll definitely cross the river, sir. And we are in that situation where we have to plan and go in small steps rather than going for a big leap, sir.
Thank you very much. I got the answer. One is the extension, another thing is your suggestion.
Nothing but a stopgap arrangement.
Planning for emergency is also important, sir.
That is correct. Prepared.
Emergency, yes. Stopgap arrangement.
Again, another question is, sir, as Anil spoke about the digitalization.
Sir.
If I remember, in 2018 or 2019, there was the direction from the Confederation of All India Trade, CAIT, to object online trading. And we have taken a lead for that also, Ganjam Chamber of Commerce. So it was during in 18, 19, I don't remember, but what is the present situation? Shall we adopt for this? My question is whether chambers should go for online transaction. What you say? What you want to say? Seeing the pandemic situation, the very thought is will be changed or what?
Suresh Garu, my opinion is that there is no other alternative than going for digitalization, sir. There is no other alternative. And very important, we human beings have one important tendency, that is what they say in psychology. There are so many things which are already there. We never picked it up. But when a crisis occurs, we will go and grab it. Like say this Zoom software. I think Dikshit will agree, Zoom was always there, sir. But we never had virtual meetings.
Till now, no one is using.
No one used it. So exactly the same way, digital payments, digital deliveries, it's all there in the market. Government has enforced. We never accepted that. And sir, this is the time to accept or perish. Because you see, for every distributor or retailer, there is an Amazon, there is a Snapdeal, there is a Flipkart, which delivering to the same customer.
Murli sir, now everyone is using YouTube for promotion their products.
Exactly. So we have to go for digital payment, social media are in things, sir. At the earliest, the better, sir.
Now I request the office bearers of Ganjam Chamber of Commerce, as per the speaker version,
Okay.
as per the speaker version, we should
Okay.
rethink with the members of the CAIT regarding the objection for the online trading. So we should rethink of it. Thank you, sir.
Next is Abhishek Lohia. Mr. Abhishek Lohia. You can unmute yourself.
Please
Hello.
unmute, Abhishek.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, good evening, Abhishek.
Sir, good evening. Excellent
Yeah.
presentation, I must tell you.
You're audible.
Hello.
Yes, Abhishek, you're audible.
First of all, I would like to say excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Actually, I had two things in my mind.